Hi, my name is Laura Beavis. I'm a self-taught artist and I mostly focus in pastel and colored pencils, but I sometimes do charcoal or graphite as well. So this course is how to draw fur in colored pencil, and we are going to be working on this little drawing. Now let's get into the lesson. So for this colored pencil piece, I use the Strathmore Bristol Smooth paper. You can use whatever paper that you prefer to use for colored pencil. That's just the one that I picked. And I used a mix of Faber-Castell and Caran Luminance pencils. I have them listed in the course description, but I will also name them as we're working so you can know exactly which one I'm using at which time. I also used for this a mono zero eraser to get some of the finer lines, and then I also used a crafting knife. You can use anything that is a little bit of a blade or anything that will kind of scrape away the colored pencil. And then I also have this mop brush that I use. This is just going to be a quick tutorial. If you'd like to see the full, not sped up version of this tutorial, you can check that out on Skillshare. I will link the video in the video description. If you don't already have Skillshare, you can also get a free month membership by using the link in the bio. So the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to put in some of the darker background areas first. I'm using the Caran Luminance Dark Indigo. This is a very, very dark blue, and I like to use this anytime I have black fur that has a cooler undertone. Here I'm just using that dark indigo to put in some of the darker areas. With colored pencil, the way that you have to work is in a way that's preserving the lighter portions. Then I started using the Caran Luminance Burnt Ochre 10%. This is the color that I decided to go with for the basis of the lighter fur. I'm now using the Faber-Castell black and going back over the places where I had put that dark indigo just to get a little bit more depth to that, to get it a little bit darker since it is meant to be black. You can see how I change the direction of my pencil strokes in different areas, and that's something that is going to really help your fur drawings look like fur. If you have all of the little pieces of fur going in the same direction, the same straight lines, it's not going to look very realistic. I went through over the lighter portion again with this is the Caran Luminance Raw Umber 10%. This is the Caran Luminance Black, and this I'm going to use here to really darken up those areas that are truly black fur and not just darker portions of the fur. The next color that I'm going to use to darken up some of the lighter spots, this one is the Faber-Castell Burnt Umber, and this one I really like because it's dark, but if you're light-handed with it, it can add just a little pop of color onto the light areas and help it get a little bit more of the look of different layers of fur. And it's going to be lots of layering. So this is the Faber-Castell Dark Sepia. Then I'm going back with the Caran Black again, just to really finish darkening this section underneath that is very black. The color that I'm using now is the Faber-Castell Warm Gray 4. I love the Faber-Castell Gray series for lighter fur. It's really great for making fur that's almost white have a depth. So now I'm using the Burnt Ochre 10% again, and I'm going to go over the lighter areas. Now that I have a few layers of colored pencil on there, I am using a little bit more pressure. I'm still not pushing super hard into the paper, but if you use a little bit more pressure here, it will help you blend the colors. So I used that burnt ochre and the raw umber here to do that. I'm going to use my mono zero eraser to go back and pull out some of the highlights. So those portions of fur that I had actually left without color. I'm going to pull some of those out to get them even lighter than they are. So then I'm going through with the Caran raw umber and putting in a few pencil strokes that are to the sides of some of the lighter portions. And by having a little bit of a darker color directly next to a lighter spot, it's going to make that lighter spot then look even lighter. We're at the point with this drawing where you can see that every place that I am putting color is adding more and more depth. With each pencil stroke, it's looking more and more realistic. I'm going to blend out the majority of the lighter portions with the Caran Luminance Buff Titanium. And it's really good for blending fur that's this color. If you were to blend this out with white, it would look very chalky. There were just a few areas that I wanted to kind of fix the definition of the pieces of fur, so I'm doing that with the dark sepia again. I like to use the crafting knife for this, and I just go in and I can get these tiny little pieces of fur that are generally going in completely different directions than the rest, and as you can see, it's lifting up the pencil that I put down. If you liked this tutorial, don't forget to leave a like and a comment, and if you're looking for more tutorials, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss them. I'm going to be having monthly 5-minute tutorials to help you improve your drawings quickly.